Morning blessings, 146. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan לנו הכתיב בין הלקטים בין יום ובין לילה. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשני בצלמו. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשנו בני חורין. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשני ישראל. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, פוקח עבריים. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, מלביש ארומים. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, rocha haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשה לי כל צרכי. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher הכין בצדדיו
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, עוזר ישראל בגבורה.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, מוטה ישראל בתפארה.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, הנותן ויעף כוח.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, המעביר שיניים מעיניים ומעמי עפעפיים. אנחנו מסירים יהי רצון בפניך, אדוני אלוהינו. ותננו חיים ובכל יום לכנו כסר רחמים, ועיניך ובעיני כל פלאינו ותקמלנו חסדים טובים. ברוך אתה אדוני, גדל חסדים טובים לעמו ישראל. Continuing with the Psalm for Shabbat, 168. Tov l'chayim l'chayim. Tasnai Sadikata Yifrach Ke'eretz Babadon Yizkeh Shetuvim B'Beit Adonai B'Chazrot Eloheinu Yafrihu Odinum B'Seva Kishem Deradim Yihu Lehagid Yashar Adonai Zorim Velo Avakavo. Sukkah to Simran, rise 180. Baruch Shemar V'chayah HaOlam Baruch Hu Baruch Oseh Bereshit Baruch Omer V'Yoseh Baruch Oseh Mechayim Baruch Merakem Haaretz Baruch Merakem Al Habriot Baruch Mishalem Sakatov Lefnecha Baruch Elad V'chayah Lanetzach Baruch Bodeh Umatzil Baruch Shemaho, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ha'el ha'av rachaman, hamhula b'viyahamo, mishubach u'mekohah, mishubach u'mekohah, rishon hasidah ve'avada, shirei David avdecha, melech Adonai Eloheinu, bishvachot u'bizmihirot, bishvachot u'bizmihirot, לגדל כמשבחך ולפארך, ונזכיר שמך ונמלכך מלכנו אלוהינו, יחיד העולמים, מלך משובח ומפואר, הדי שמו הגדול, ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך מהולל בתשבחו.
Amen.
We're all seated, Ashrei 190, brought to you by Gabby Friend. Ashrei Am Shekachah Lo, Ashrei Am She'Adonai Elohav. B'chol yom v'achacha, v'halalah shemcha le'olam va'ed.
ישבח מעשיך ותורתך יגידו ועזוז מלאכתך יאמרו תורתך עשה בחינה חנון ורחום אדוני ערך אפיים וגדל חסד ובכל ורחמה בכל מעשיו יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך וחסידיך יברכוך להודיע לבני אדם גבורותיו וכבוד הדר מלכותו סומך על המלך כל המלכים זוקף לו כל החוקים פותח את ידיך ומסביר לצורכייך רצון קרוב אדוני לכל התורה וכל אשר תהני באמת שומר אדוני כל אוהביו וכל רשעים ישיב וברך יה ותביע דולה הללויה
Hallelujah, El Bekodsho, Hallelujah, Berkiahuzo, Hallelujah, Benibarotaha, Hallelujah, Kehirokulo, Hallelujah, 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 Betika Shofar, Hallelujah, Benibel Befinor, Hallelujah, Betofu Makol, Hallelujah, Bekinim Beokal, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 B'til Talei Shama, hallelujah, B'til Talei T'ruah, Kol Shama, Teh Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Next page, 196. Nishmat kol kai divrei Hashem Adonai Eloheinu Baruch Abasar. Lana melech ala atam yibelak u'mirishmalak u'miraklach ha'el gadol ha'gibor v'hanora el elyon korei shamayim ha'aretz nehalel tam t'bercha vercha unvorek et shem kodshecha amor leDavid barki nafshi et Adonai bechol kerovai et shem kodsho.
Yasher Koach Yan. Continue with the cantor. Shochin ad 218.
שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו וכתוב רננו צדיקים באדוני לשרים נבא תהילה בפי ישרים תתהלל ודברי צדיקים תתברך ובלשון החסידים תתרומם ובקרב קדושים תתקדש ובמקהלות דבבות עמך בית ישראל, ונראה יקרא שמך מלכנו וכל דור ודור, שכן החובה כל היוצרים לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, להודות, להלל, לשבח, לפאר, לרומם, להדר, לברך, להלל ולקלס, על כל דברי שירות ותשבחות, דוד בן ישי, עבדך משיחך, ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש, בשמיים ובארץ, כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, שיר ושבחה, הלל וזמרה, עוז וממשלה הנצח, גדולה וגבורה תהילה ותפארת, קדושה ומלכות. ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודאות, אדוני נפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך אלוהי העולמים.
חצי קדיש 220.
יכתב ויתקדש מרבה, ועלמד דברך ילוטה וימליך מלכותיה, וחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו ואלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תעמילן בימיו אמרו אמן.
Call to prayer 224.
Baruch hu et Adonai Morach.
Baruch Adonai Morach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havorach leolam va'ed. Lai 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 lai
Well, be seated, continuing on page 226.
הכל ידוך והכל שבחוך. אין קרקך אדוני אלוהינו בעולם הזה, ואין זולתך מלכנו לחיי העולם הבא. אפס פתח גואלנו למות המשיח, ואין דומה לך מושיענו לתחיית המתים.
El Adon 228.
אל אדון על כל המעשים, ברוך וברך בפי נשמה, קונו וטובו מלא עולם. דעת ותבונה סובבים אותו, המתגאה על חיות הקודש, נדר בכבוד על המרכבה, זכות ומישור לפני כיסאו, חסד ורחמים לפני כבודו, טובים מאורו שברא אלוהינו, בצערם בדעת בבינה ובהשכל, כוח וגבורה נתן בהם, להיות מושלים בקרב תבל, מלאים זיו ופיקים נוגה, נאה זיום בכל העולם, שמחים בצאתם וששים בבואם, עושים באימה רצון קונם, פאר וכבוד נותנים לשמוע, זוהלה ורינה לזכר מלכותו, קרא לשמש ויזרח אור, ראה והתקין צורת הלבנה, שבח נותנים לו, כל צבא מרום, תפארת וגדולה, סרפים ואופנים וחיות הקודש.
Page 230.
לאל אשר שבה מכל המעשים, ביום השביעי שבע כנסיך.
Only Karadio Vishata. טוב, להודות לנו לפיכך יפעלו בברכו. יאמרי אור שעשית יפעלו חסלה. Page 234.
תתברך צורנו מקרב גואלנו, בורא קדושים ישבח שמך לעד מלכנו. וכל הפותחים אביהם בקדושה ובטהרה, בשירה ובזמרה, ומברכים ומשבחים ומפארים ומהריצים ומקדישים וממליכים את שם האל המלך הגדול הגיבור והנורא, קדוש הוא. וכל המקבלים עליכם ומלכות שמיים זה מזה, ורוצים לרשות זה לזה, להקדיש רצונם בנחת רוח, בשפה ברורה ובנימה קדושה, כולם כחרונים ויומנים ביראה. קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו, והאופנים וחיות הקודש ברעש גדול, מנשאים לעומת שרפים, לעומתם שבחים ואומרים, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו.
236.
ואל ברוך נעימות ייתנו, למלך יחד. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, 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 ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות.
We sing of the love of God in Israel through the gift of Torah. 238. Ahava Rabbah.
אהבה רבה אהבתנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חמלה גדולה ויתרה, חמלת עלינו. אבינו מלכנו, בעבור אבותינו, שברכו בך, אבינו מלכנו. עד ללמדם חוקי חיים, כן תכוננו ולמדנו, אבינו הרחמן, המרחם רחם עלינו, ותן בלבנו להבין ולהשכיל לשמוע, ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות, ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה. והאר עינינו בתורתך, ותדבק ליבנו במצוותיך, ויחל לבבנו לאהבה וליראה את שמך, ולא נבוש לעולם ועד, ולא נבוש לעולם ועד. כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בטחנו, נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך.
Gather our tzitzit. Continue on 240, Vahavinu.
והביאנו לשלום מארבע כנפות הארץ, ותולכנו קוממיות לארצנו, כי
אל ישועות אתה ובנו בחרת מכל עם ולשון, קרבתנו לשמך הגדול סלה באמת.
להודות לך ולייחדך ולייחדך באהבה. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Let's continue individually 244, 245. V'haya etchem. למען ירבו ימיכם ומבניכם על האדמה אשר נשבענו לאבותיכם לתת להם כמי השמיים על הארץ. ויאמר 246.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר Sulahem tzitzit, al kafei bigdehem ledorotam, benatanu al tzitzit, hakana p'tetechelet, mehaya lachem letzitzit, uritem oto, uschartem eko mitzvot Adonai, v'asitem otam.
ולא תתורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם
אשר אתם
אשר אתם
זונים
זונים
אחריהם
אחריהם
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמן
248 NPLC הבריאות
ודורנו הוא קיים ושמו קיים וחיסונך ומלכותו ואמונתו לעד קיימת אמת שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו מלכנו מלך אבותינו גואלנו גואל אבותינו יוצרנו תור ישועתנו בודנו מצילנו מעולם שמך אין אלוהים זולתך עזרת אבותינו אתה הוא מעולם ואיש אישה שכון מצוותיך ותורתך
love. Top of page 252
תהילל היום ברוך ומבורך משה ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורות עילות אוספל אוספל נורות עילות אוספל אוספל שיר החדש שבחוק העולים לשירך על שפת הים יחכו לעבוד והמליכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל עובדך דמך יהודה לישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך שמו
על ישראל
Shacharit Amidah for Shabbat can be found beginning on page 255.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor
יכול,
וזוכר חסדי אבות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באחווה. מלך אוסר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם וישראל צלה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה והושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, לכלכל חיים בחסד, לחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני אחר. מי כמוך פעל גבורות, ומי לא מלך, מלך ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לאחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה המתים.
קדושה 256.
מקדש השמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו משמי מרום, ככתוב היד נביאך וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקודש גדול, אדיר וחזק, משמיעים קול מן השרים, ליום הצרפים, ליום התם, ברוך יומנו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו, כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך
בציון, בקרוב בימינו לעולם בעת תשכון. בקרוב בימינו לעולם בעת תשכון.
תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור נצחים. ועינינו תראינה מלכותך, כדבר בשירי עוזך. על ידי דוד משיח צדקך, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד לך, לדור ודור נגיד לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו גינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי המלך
melech gadol v'kadosh, gadol v'kadosh ata.
Baruch atah Adonai
Continue 258, 259 through to the conclusion of the Amidah, 266, 267. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Elohim Yitzhak Shalom.
Ose shalom, ose shalom, ose shalom, shalom bibromav. Huya ase shalom, huya ase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom, ose shalom, ose shalom, shalom bimromav. Uyase shalom, uyase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael.
Turn back to page 152. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
Gibel Torah on Ki Tisa and the mountain. Last Monday evening, we read from the Megillat Esther, a story about one man trying to annihilate the Jewish people. Today's parsha contains the story of how one man saved the Jewish people from certain destruction. When Moses was late returning from Mount Sinai, the people made a golden calf and worshipped it. For this reason, God was about to destroy the people. Moses intervened, saying, "If you do not forgive them, blot me out from the book that you have written." God forgave, but said the effect of their sin will be felt for many generations. Moses was returning with Torah, the book of the law that he expected the people to accept. The people were not so eager. The Midrash goes like this. God held the mountain over their heads and said, "Either you accept the Torah or this is your grave." For this reason, the Rambam, a most famous 12th century rabbi, held proselytes, or that would be converts, in great esteem. No mountain is held over the head of a person wanting to convert to Judaism. In a few weeks, we will be observing Passover and the prohibition against eating leavened bread. God decreed that by violating this commandment, that person shall be cut off from the community of Israel. Sounds like a mountain falling to me. Continuing on page 154, Kaddish de Rabbanan. This is a mourner's Kaddish. Mourners will please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma dibra kirutei v'amlich malchutei. V'chai echon u'v'yom echon u'v'chai dekol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kari b'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemedikucha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon v'al kol Tamidehon v'al kol man dioskim v'oraita di b'atra heden v'di b'chol atar v'atar Yehi lechon u'lechon shlam arraba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arrichin umtzon nervikei forchanam v'kedamu v'hon di b'shamaya v'yatra v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlam arraba min shemaya v'chaim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Osei shalom v'imrumav hu v'rachamav yasei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
We'll continue Kaddish Shalem 268.
יקרא ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
בימד יברח ירוצה וימליך מלכותיה, וחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. ישמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי המאיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלה שמי לקודשה ברכו לאלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן מימיו ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלותון ובאותכון לכל ישראל קודם אבוכוני בשמיה ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
So, folks, Shabbat Shalom, and to all those who are with us via live streaming, Shabbat Shalom. Good to be together. This is normally the spot where we take a 2-minute hafsakah, 2-minute break, but that break is designed for us to be able to leave our seats and schmooze with one another, give a good hug, give a good handshake, which we're not doing at all today. So I think it's better if we all stay in our safe social distance places. And why don't we plunge ahead without any objections? No objections heard?
The motion carries.
The Torah carries. 3:12.
אין כמוך ואלוהים אדוני, ואין כמעשיך, מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. על הרחמים היטיבה ברצונך את ציון, תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים, תברך לבד בטחנו, מלך עולם ונישא, אדון עולמים. ויהי מנשוא הארון ויאמר משה, קומה
אדוני ויחוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה.
ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
Page 316, in the middle of the page, Be'anarachetz.
ובאנרחת ולשמי קדישה, קדישה יקירה, אנא אמר תושבחן.
Be'anarachetz, Be'anarachetz,
ולשמי קדישה, קדישה יקירה, אנא אמר תושבחן. יהי רעפה קודמך, תתבטח ליבי באורייתא, ותשלימי שליט ליבי, בלבדך עולמך ישראל, לטוב חיים ולשלום. אמן.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu. We look to you, O God, at these troubled times to reaffirm our faith and values we have long held dear. Justice, the appreciation of your spark in each human life, decency, and kindness. Guide us to be the society we know we can be. Speak to our better angels so that we can rise above all that diminishes us today. We pray for our country, long the light of freedom and democracy for all who yearn to live these cherished ideals. Let us reaffirm our commitment to preserving these American values, which have been created, defended, and preserved by successive generations before us. And help us to marshal our resources to respond to the devastating effects of the coronavirus. Its spread shows us how interconnected the countries of the world are today, and in response, we are forced to stay home and lock our doors. We pray that those stricken will heal. We hope for the day when this virus will no longer plague us and we can feel safe within and outside our borders. Amen.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadol Adonai iti, Romema Shemo Yaakov. Lecha Adonai
Hagidula, V'hagevura, V'hatiferet,
והנצח וההוד, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, לך אדוני הממלכה, ימין עשה לכל ראש.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להדום רגליו קדוש הוא.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
So we can all be seated. Second Torah is taken out for this being Shabbat Parah, one of the Shabbatot leading up to the holiday of Pesach, which deals with purification, which we'll all be doing in our homes in the coming weeks in preparation for the Chag. Our Parsha today is Ki Tisa, which contains, I think, one of the most powerful, meaningful, inspiring passages within the entire Torah, if not within the entire biblical text. So we are, as I said, Ki Tisa, which we'll find beginning in our Chumash, page 523. So what I'd like to do this morning is read through a bit of the Torah text and then look at how it's dealt with in the Talmud. It's dealt with in Masechet Brachot on page 32a. And normally I'd be happy to call on one of you to read, but because our service is being live streamed, without a microphone you won't be heard. Now I could give you a microphone, but then I'm handing you whatever germs I have, and you're handing back to me whatever germs. You know, this is the situation that we're living in, and the only thing we can do is live with it as carefully as we possibly can. So if you'll indulge me in doing a little bit of the reading, and let's find ourselves on page 532. So we all know that the Israelites panicked when Moses was a few hours late, and they start building this Egel HaZahav, this golden calf. So they built a golden calf, and here's what God says. Look on verse 9, 532. The Lord further said to Moses, I see that this is a stiff-necked people. Am kashay oref. That's us, ladies and gentlemen. How's your neck feel this morning? Huh? Little stiff? Good, you're Jewish. Now let me be that my anger may blaze forth against them, that I may destroy them, and make of you a great nation. Now, who is the you here? Yeah, Moses. But Moses implored the Lord, his God, saying, let not your anger, O Lord, blaze forth against your people, whom you delivered from the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand. Let not the Egyptians say, it was with evil intent that he delivered them, only to kill them off in the mountains and annihilate them from the face of the earth. Turn from your blazing anger and renounce the plan to punish your people. Now, this is deserving of hours of discussion theologically in itself. We have God as this boundless, angry leader, God, and it takes Moses to try to calm God down. Kind of take it easy, God. Don't be so angry at them. And he gives him the reasoning, did you bring them out of the land of Egypt and what will the others say? What will the non-Jews say? So the rabbis in the Gemara, they shed some other light on this, which is really, really very fascinating. So let's go on. So remember, God is going to, and God presents Moses with a great deal. Leaders that you can think of, would they or would they not have gone for this deal? The founders of our country, of our people, are George Washington or Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? But no more, Moses. It's not going to be the children of Abraham. It's going to be the children of Moses. It's you, Moses. You're going to be the main guy. You're going to be the founder of this people. It's tempting, wouldn't you say? But here's how great Moses is. Here's really how great he is. In verse 13. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. This is Moses talking to God. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, how you swore to them by yourself and said to them, I will make your offspring as numerous as the stars of heaven, and I will give to your offspring this whole land of which I spoke to possess forever. And the Lord renounced the punishment he had planned to bring upon his people. It's a fantastic narrative, isn't it? It's a fantastic narrative. So, the Talmud kind of expands on this. The Talmud says like this. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe, and God says to Moses, or God speaks to Moses, Lech Reid, you go down, meaning from Mount Sinai, get down there and be with these stiff-necked people. Amar Rabbi Elazar, so Rabbi Elazar says, Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, praised be God, says to him, LeMoshe, Moshe, raid migedulatcha, you go down from your greatness, migedulatcha, you're a great guy, but go down from your greatness. Klum natati lecha gedula, I didn't give you your greatness for any other reason, ella bishvil Yisrael, except for Israel. That's why I made you great, for no other reason. V'achshav Yisrael chatu, and now Israel has sinned. It's a pretty devastating thing for the boss to say. it's only because of Israel that I made you as great as you are. And look what happened, Moses. I gave you some responsibility, and now look what happened. I made you so great, I gave you this job, I appointed you, and now Israel has sinned. And then God really gives it to Moses. Ata lamali. Ata, you, lamali. Why do I even have you? What are you doing here, Moses? Lamali. Why do I have you? Moses is still up on the mountain alone. God tells him to go down. I made you great just for this people, Israel. And they messed up. What do I need you for, Moses? Now, if you were Moses, how would you react? God's telling you this. What would your reaction be? Well, I think Moses' reaction is understandable. Miyad tashash kocho. Immediately, Moses' strength, his koyach, kocho, diminished, left him. So miyad tashash kocho shel Moshe, v'lo hayalo koach ledaber, and he didn't have the ability to speak. Doesn't that always happen? Someone says something to you that is totally unexpected and insulting. A half hour later, you think of 25 different things you could have said and should have said, but it was so shocking when it happened, you were speechless. You didn't know what to say. And on top of that, it's God saying it, God insulting Moses, and Moses has nothing to say. He lost the ability. V'lo haya koach ledaber. And he had no ability to respond to God. And remember, God is insulting Moses individually. He can't respond. So does the story end there? No. But listen to this. V'kevan she'amar heref mimeni. But when God says, leave me alone, heref mimeni, va'ashmideim, and I will destroy them. Who's he going to destroy? Israel. Amar Moshe, davar zeh. Here Moses says the following thing. Listen to this. Talui bi, it's all dependent on me now. What's dependent on him? What is dependent on him? He now starts talking. And first he says to himself, Talui bi, it's all dependent on me. What's dependent on him? Whether Israel survives. Miyad, immediately, Amad v'nit chazek betfilah uvikesh rachamim. Immediately, he stood up, v'nit chazek, we know that word chazak, he regained his strength in prayer, and he begged for mercy. So, for himself, he couldn't find any strength to say anything. But when it comes to others, when it comes to the people of Israel, then he starts speaking. He gains his strength. Okay, so now just one other piece I want to share. When God says, Va'ata hanichali, vayichar api bahem va'achalem v'seutcha legoy gadol, when God says, and now leave me alone, Moses, so that my anger may be even greater, and I will consume them, and I will make you a great people. So when we have this in the Torah, what does the Torah say Moses says in response? He says, God, you promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and if you destroy them now, then what will the Egyptians and others say? But here's how the rabbis understand it. Amar Rabbi Abahu, Ilmale mikra katuv, efshar la'omro. the way the verses in the Torah are found, it's impossible to say this. So this is very anthropomorphic. It teaches, Shetafsu Moshe LaKadosh Baruch Hu Ka'adam Shehu Tofeset Chaveirav Bevigdo. Moses grabs onto God's clothing. Now, does God have any clothing? Of course, God has no clothing. But the way the rabbis are seeing this is that Moses isn't letting God out of this. Wait a second, God. No, it's not ending here. Moses grabs onto God's clothing. He holds on to him. He doesn't let him go. V'amar lefanav. And he says to him, Ribono shel olam. He says, Master of the universe, Ein ani manicha, I am not going to let go. I'm not going to let you rest. Ad shetimchol, until you forgive v'tislach lahem, until you forgive and you pardon them. So Moses now, from the guy who can't say a word, he's starting to play hardball, right? He's got some strength because it's not about him anymore. Isn't that something to have in a leader? That it's not about him anymore? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I find this therapeutic to read this. I find this therapeutic. That's why I have to share it. It's not about him. Halavai. And then when he says, Ve'aseh otcha l'goy gadol, but I will make you a great nation. Amar Rabbi Elazar, Amar Moshe, Lifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabbi Elazar says that Moses says before the Kadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono shel olam. Now listen to this. Ribono shel olam. Uma kisei shel shalosh regalim eino yachol la'amod. If you have a kisei, you know what a kisei is? We learned this in Bet class in Hebrew school. A chair. You have a kisei. You have a chair of 3 legs. Eino yachol la'amod, that's not able to stand lefanecha, b'sha'at ka'ascha, in the time of your anger. Kisei shel regel echad, a chair of 1 leg, alachat kama v'kama, lo od ella, lo od. So if a chair of 3 legs can't stand, how's a chair of 1 leg going to stand? What's Moses saying here about chairs with legs? What's he saying here? What?
He's alone.
He's alone? Yeah. But why the chair of 3 legs and the chair of 1 leg? Fran?
3 are the patriarchs.
Exactly.
The one is him.
In other words, if this people can't stand by Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chair that can't stand by 3 legs, it ain't going to be able to stand by me, not me. This is Moses' humility. Yeah, he doesn't say, it's all me, I'm the only one who can fix it. It's all me, it's all about me, it's all you need is me. I can do it. Who needs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? The past who came before me. All you need is me. No. That's not what Moses says. So, and then he goes on, he says, Velo od, and there's still more. Ela sheyesh bi boshet panim me avotai. I would be ashamed of my ancestors. Achshav yomru, because now they will say, Re'u parnas, look at this leader, she'emir alehem, that was established for them. Bikesh gedula la'atzmo. He requested greatness for himself. V'lo bikesh alehem rachamim. And he didn't request compassion for the others. You want to know what leadership is? This is it. This is Moses. This is why we still call Moses Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses our teacher, because he still has so much to teach us about so much, and today there's so much about leadership that Moses teaches us. So we're going to go back to the very beginning of the Parsha and begin the reading. I just have a couple of instructions before we start. First of all, we want to maintain our safe social space. So when someone comes up for an aliyah, I'm going to ask you to stay right over here. So we will not be touching the Torah, and we're not going to get too close to the Torah reader over here or to the Gabayim over here. So you have an aliyah, just stand over here. But aren't I supposed to touch the Torah? Yes, but not now. These are different times, not now. The other thing is, the cantor has been kind enough to bring in what are known as disposable yads. Each one contains 2. You only need 1. It was designed to do something that is a very Jewish thing to do, and that is to eat food with a chopstick. After you finish your Torah reading, you're asked not to leave your disposable yad up here, but to take it with you. And I'm not sure what you can do with 1 chopstick by itself, right? Sharpen the point, and it can be a germ killer, right? So,
Can I make an extra point, Rabbi, too? If you are reading the Torah, please stay on the bima until the next Torah reader comes up so you can show them. I am keeping my distance away from the Torah, so I will not find the portion for you. So please, if you are done with your portion, stay there and show the next Torah reader where they are beginning. Thank you.
yes. Right. Oh, so the one other thing that I wanted to say, this raises a question. You have taken a lowly chopstick, and now you have used it for a holy purpose. When you take this home, does this maintain a sense of Kedusha, a sense of holiness, or is it once again a lowly chopstick? And I'll let you discuss that amongst yourselves. We got enough to deal with on this end, trying to keep a service going. So, good. Okay, let's begin.
Rabbi, a couple of people don't know what Aliyah they have, so just to point out to everyone, Nancy has the second Aliyah, Michael has the third Aliyah, and Alan, you have the fourth Aliyah, and Paula, you're the fifth. Everyone should know. Ya sorbe shela kafa singo ben mara lehin akol lehin suluk yavashra ya amdo David Abraham ben Yaakov Yaakova Udumor Yavava Yitzchak Vashra Baruch Shetzat Torah Lemoisrael Shabbat Ma'izam Hazakim Raleich Ayo.
If you do have your own yad, by all means use that instead. That way we can save on the disposable yadayim.
Expensive.
It's for my collection. I have plenty to spare. Yes. Baruch Adonai HaMarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor ki tisa et rosh bnei Israel livkudehem benatnu ish kofer nafsho l'Adonai bifkodotam velo yeh bahem negef bifkodotam Zayitnu kol ha'over al hapkudim machatzit hashekel b'shekel hakodesh esrim gera shekel machatzit hashekel truma l'Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Nancy, are you in the room?
She is not in there.
You're not in the room. So we'll move on to the third Leah.
No, it's the third Ola or Ola, the second Aliyah.
Michael, if you would.
Oh, I can.
You were called up.
Oh, Nancy, I can. Was she supposed to be third? Oh, I don't have it, but I'll do it from a homage.
Yamod Mechea ben Shema Minatanya Shlishi.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher Kedushan of the Nitzvah. Asher Chabanot. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher Har b'nei Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Kol ha'over al hapkudim mi ben esrim shana v'mala yiten trumat Adonai ha'ashir lo yarbeh v'hadal lo yamit mimachatzit hashakel latet et trumat Adonai lechaper el nafshotechem ולקחת את כסף הכיפורים מאת בני ישראל ונתת אותו על עבודת אוהל מועד והיה לבני ישראל לזיכרון לפני אדוני לכפר על נפשותיכם.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yamod Avram Yitzchak ben Shmuel Zalman Golda Shlishi.
I just want to point out before I start using my chopstick here. I'm pinch hitting for,
Oh, you are?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm pinch hitting for Eileen Shine because Eileen, in her tennis club where she plays, someone was tested positive. So she's self-quarantining, is that the right word? Quarantining for 2 weeks. So, which is the responsible thing to do. I'll stop there. Okay.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Okay, yeah.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher barabanu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, ועשית קיר נחושת, וקנו נחושת לרוחצה, ונתת אותו בין אוהל מועד ובין המזבח, ונתת שם מים, ורחצו אהרון ובניו ממנו את ידיהם ואת רגליהם בבואם אל אוהל מועד, ירחצו מים ולא ימותו, ובגישתם אל המזבח לשרת, להקטיר אישה לאדוני, ורחצו ידיהם ורגליהם ולא ימותו, והייתה להם חוק עולם, לו ולזרעו לדורותם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam natan b'toheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Continuing on verse 22, page 525.
Yeah, we'll look at this.
Ta'amod.
Kamavas. Haley. Chava Vasilia. Really. Baruch Adonai Baruch Olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai, Amorah, Olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shema.
noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, ואתה קח לך ושמים ראש, מורדור 500, וקינמון בושם מחציתו 50 ו200, וקנה בושם 50 ו200, וכיתה 500 בשקל הקודש, ושמן זיתים, ועשית, ועשית אותו שמן משחת קודש, רוקח מרקחת מעשר רוקח, שמן משחת קודש יהיה.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ta'amod belad rata dekaila chamishi. Paula. Barbara.
Yep, there you go.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Olam Va'ed. Amen.
Amen. Umashakhtavo et ohel moed ve'et Aron haidut ve'et hashulchan ve'et kol kelav ve'et hamenorah ve'et keleha ve'et mizbach hakatoret ve'et mizbach ha'olav ve'et kol kelav ve'et hakiyor ve'et kano ve'kidashta otam ve'hayu kodesh kodashim kohanei gavahem yikdash ve'et Aharon ve'et banav timsach ve'kidashta otam lechahen li.
Baruch Shema.
Amen. I should go up to you. 4 lines up there.
Good job, got it.
Is that 3 feet?
Oh, that's what that's.
You know, this all does feel very strange. It just feels very strange. And we can't do any less than what we're doing, right? If anything, we could do more, but you have to admit that. And we'll talk a little bit about this towards the end of the service. It just does feel, in every way, very strange. So we're going to offer Misha Berach now. I'll just ask that we don't come up on the bima, and it's also strange, but just if those who would want to stand where you are, you're more than welcome to do that. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sara Rivka Rachel v'Leah U'Yivarech v'Yirapeh Ed. את כל החולים הקרובים לנו אנחנו מתפללים שהקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחלימם ולרפאותם וישלח להם במהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים רפואת הנפש רפואת הגוף לכל איבריהם וגידיהם בתוך שאר חולי ישראל שבתי מלזעוק רפואה קרובה לבוא, השתה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. מי שברך
אבותינו מקור הברכה
לאמותינו May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Let's close in need of healing with refuah shlema.
The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
The Gabayim, on behalf of the congregation, are observing the yahrzeit of our first Gabbai, Max Hazelberg, our Gabbai Meir Ben Reb Yaakov. Fran is also observing the yahrzeit of her grandfather, Herman Chasen. Our spouses, Eileen and Roy, will act as Gabayim, so we keep the germs in the family. Ta'amod HaGabbai from Medina Bat Yeshaya Halevi V'Tzipora Leah.
Ya'amod Hagabay Yaakov ben Avraham Basara
Shishi. Baruchu et Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'charbanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notei haTorah.
Amen. Vel b'nei Yisrael tidaber lemor. Shemen mishpat kodesh yihiyeh zeh li ledorotechem. Al besar adam lo yisa uvamat kunto lo ta'asu kamohu kodeshu kodesh yelachem. Ish asher yirkach kamohu Basher yiten mimenu al zar v'nichrat me'amav.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Asher
natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Tamad Gittel Shendo Bat Rachmi Abishaya Eliyahu ben Abraham Betav Shvi. Gail is observing your site for her father, Raymond Cohen.
Continuing on page 526, verse 34.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaBorach.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Ha'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Me'olam Ha'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah
Baruch
Adonai,
Yisrael.
noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, kach lecha samim, nataf u'shchelet v'chel bena samim, uvona zacha bad v'vad yeh, v'yasita ota ketoret rokach, Maaseh rokeach mimulach tahor kodesh v'shachakta mimena hadek v'natata mimena lifnei ha'edut be'ohel moed asher Ived lecha shama kodesh kadashim tiye lachem v'haketoret asher ta'aseh v'matkunta lo ta'asu lachem kodesh tiye lecha ladonai ish asher ya'aseh kamoha lahariach ba v'nichrat me'amav.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Everyone can be seated. Gail, Alan, you can be seated. We rise as we lift the second Torah. Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadav, Yikadav, Shmei Rabba.
Amen.
Rachirateh v'yamlech malchuteh.
V'chayeh honam yomecho, v'chayeh techo v'Yisrael. Lama galau v'zman karim v'iro. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba mevarach, ve'alam lo me'amaya yivarach.
Yibarach, Yishabach, Yifa'ar, Yirama, V'yatlaseh, V'yatadar, V'yataleh, V'yatalav, Shemei Kudushav,
Revecho.
La'ela Mikol Rachata V'Shehirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata, tamilan mi'alma. Amen.
Ya'amor Shlomo Yaakov ben Tzvi b'Tzipora Hamad Bihat Ha'amor Tzipora bat Shmulei b'Yehud Chana Hagolelet.
Vezot haTorah asher sa Moshe שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. יישר כוחכם.
May I be seated? Ya'amod Yitzchak Tzvi Ruvain ben Natan Rachel Maftir Hazah.
Continuing on page 880.
So, as Fran just said, the maftir is 880. It deals with the para aduma. If you read through it and don't understand it at all, don't trouble yourself in trying to understand it, because the rabbis ultimately admit, we just don't understand this. But it is, so it is. You know, we don't do things necessarily because we understand it, we do it because it's been commanded. So it just is.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah
Baruch Shemo.
Notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai Moshe v'Aharon v'Mohor Zol Hukat HaTorah Asher Tziva Adonai v'Mor Daber El Bnei Yisrael Vayichu Elecha Para Aduma Timima Asher Ebat Mod Asher Lo Allah Aleha Aleha Oh V'natatem ota el Elazar hakohen hosihi ata el bichuta machaneha v'shachat ota lifnei לפניו לקח אלעזר הכהן מדמה באצבעו והיזה אל נחת פני אוהל בוער מדמה 7 פעמים ושרף את הפרה לעיניו את עליו ואת בשריו את דמו על פרשה ישרוף ולקח הכהן על הארץ Eitz Erev Izon Ushnei Torah V'Hishlach Alto Srafat HaPara V'Chibesh Begadav HaKohen V'Rachas B'Saro B'Mayim V'Achor Yibeh Yivo HaMachane V'Tamei HaKohen Ad Ha'arev V'Hisrach V'Hasoref Ata Yikabesh Begadav B'Mayim V'Rachas B'Saro B'Mayim V'Tamei Ad Ha'arev V'Asov Et Tatahor El Par HaPara V'Hiniach Mikosh V'Machane B'Makom Tahor V'Hayeta V'Ada B'nei Yisrael V'Mishmeret V'Mei Nada Chatat Hu He V'Chibesh Ha'asov Et HaPar V'Paro Begadav V'Tamei Ad Ha'arev V'Hayeta Livnei Yisrael V'Akir Hagar B'Tocham Ufukat Olam Hana
Anogeya.
Olam
Anogeya?
No.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natav tokenu. Baruch atah Adonai Notein ha'torah.
Ya'amod Shlomo Yaakov Estiv Torah Barbiha Ta'amod Rivka Chaya Bat Shlomo B'Sara Agolelet.
Please rise.
Asher Samosha Livnei B'nei Yisrael על שלושה דברים, על שלושה העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד.
So we'll find this morning's Haftarah from the prophet Yechezkel on page 1287.
And the good news is I'm chanting verses 16 through 28. So, just in case you wonder why I'm stopping there. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bachar bim tovim ratza v'direihem hanemorim bemet Baruch atah Adonai Haboker b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'b'nbiei ha'emet v'tzedek Lai devar Adonai Eli lemur ben Adam Beit Yisrael yoshvim al admatam vayitamu ota b'darkam uva'alilotam getumad hanida hayata darkam lefanai va'eshpa chamati alehem al hadam asher shavku al haaretz ugilu lehem timuha v'yafitz otam bagoyim v'yitzaru ba'aratzot kedarkam v'cha'alilotam shifat tim v'yavo El Hagoyim Asher Ba'u Sham V'yichalelu et Shem Kachi Be'emor Lahem Amar Adonai Ele U'mei Artso Yatza'u Va'ekmol Al Shem Kachi Asher Kilaluhu Beit Yisrael Vagoyim asher ba'u shama lachen emor lebeit Yisrael kol amor Adonai Elohim lo lama'anchem ani oseh beit Yisrael ki im l'shem kachi asher hilaltem Bagoyim asher batem sham V'kidashti et shemi hagadol Amechula bagoyim asher hilaltem b'tocham V'yadu hagoyim ki ani Adonai Ne'um Adonai Elohim V'hikachi v'chem leinehem V'lakakti etchem min hagoyim V'kipatzti etchem mikol ha'aratzot V'heveiti etchem el admatchem V'zarakti alechem Mayim Tahorim Utartem Mikol Timotechem Umikol Galulechem Ataher Etchem Vinatati Lachem Lev Kadash Beruach Kadasha Etem Bikir Bechem Vasiroti Et Lev Ha'evan Miksorchem Vinatati Lachem Lev Basor Bet Ruchi Etem Bikir Bechem Vyasiti Eight Asher Bekukai Telechu Umishpatai Tishmeru Vyasitem Vishavtem Ba'aretz Asher Natati Lavotechem Vitem Lila'am V'anochi Eyeh Lachem Lelohim Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol haolamim tzadik b'kol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'yoseh ha'medaber u'mekayim shekol devarav emet v'tzedek ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu v'ne'emanim devarecha v'devarecha mivarecha achur lo yashuv rekam Ki el melch ne'eman v'rachaman atah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el ha'ne'eman b'chol devarav Rachem al Tzion ki hit beit chayenu V'lalu nefesh toshia bimhera v'yameinu Baruch atah Adonai V'sameh Tzion b'vanecha Samkeinu Adonai Eloheinu Beliahu hanavi avdecha Umachu beit David meshikecha Bimheira yavav v'yagel libenu Al kisolo yeshev zor V'lo yinchalu od acherim ekvodo Ki v'shem katzlecha nishbatalo Shelo yikben neiro li'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Magen David Al HaTorah V'al HaAvodah V'al HaVim V'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh Shenatata Lanu Adonai Eloheinu L'Kedusha V'Limnuka L'Chavod U'Tifaret Al HaKol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu Modim Lach U'Mvorchim Otah Yibarach Shimcha b'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat
Amen. Oh, Eric.
Otia.
John, let's hold off for other people for a moment. Does anyone have a Siddur where it says Rabbi Siddur on it by any chance? This is by Siddur. Anybody?
Last time I saw it was in the Torah.
Oh, yes. I hid it in the ark.
It is in New York.
Yes. No, thank you. This is how I spend my day at home. Where are my keys? Oh, they're hanging right where they should be. Really, in the last place I would ever look. Jan, can I have you over here, diagonally across from me, so we can both be safe? So, Jan, you're celebrating your birthday today. This is actually a Shabbat birthday. And if you so choose, you can either choose to, or in the spirit of the upcoming holiday, you can pass over. If you want people to know what birthday you're celebrating, it's...
Rabbi, I'm a retired programmer. I am 49 in base 16.
Well, that leads into something I want to say about you, Jan. So Jan, there are two gematrias in particular that I think are fitting for this birthday and for this celebration. I would normally give someone a choice of which one they would like, but Jan, you and only you are deserving of both of them. One of them is HaChaim, the life. So what more could you be blessed with than the gematria on your birthday? HaChaim, life, health, well-being, you together with Eileen, for this year and for many years to come. And then the other one is Chochmah, which means wisdom. And I think to a great extent it describes you, Jan. You share in your teachings and in our discussions much wisdom with us. That's when we can understand what you're saying, like this base 16 and whatever it is. And I apologize that in the last few emails that you sent me, I had really no idea what you were talking about. So I had to keep writing back, Jan, could you explain this? And yeah, whatever. So I appreciate your patience with me in particular, Jan. So, but Chochmah is yours. Very often you add something that is really thinking out of the box that none of us would have thought of or could have thought of. And we want nothing more for you and for Eileen than ongoing Chaim life and good health. משברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך את יעקב, בן אברהם ושרה הגבאי, על חגיגתו שיום הולדת ה-73 שלו. אנחנו מתפללים שהקדוש ברוך הוא יברך אותו בבריאות ובאושר, בהצלחה וברכה בכל מעשה ידיו, עם כל ישראל אחיו, ונאמר אמן. And hopefully,
יום הולדת שמח, יום הולדת שמח, יום הולדת שמח, יום הולדת שמח. Happy birthday, Yom.
Let's all rise, and we'll turn in our Siddur to page 332.
Okay, I guess how to do this without touching.
Prayer for Medinat Yisrael.
Adonai Eloheinu, Tzor Yisrael v'kolo, Barechet Medinat Yisrael, v'hagen aleha.
We ask your blessings, O God, for the state of Israel, for the land of Israel, and for the people of Israel. Bless those who defend the land and protect its people. Bless its leaders with wisdom, courage, and dedication. May they be resolute in the face of challenge and unwavering in the pursuit of justice and peace. May Israel be a beacon of hope for the oppressed, a source of inspiration to all who are free. Fulfill in our day the ancient promise, Zion b'mishpat tipadeh, v'shaveha b'tzedakah. Zion shall be redeemed through justice and its inhabitants through righteousness. Amen. We'll return the Torah, the Sifrei Torah, to the Aron Kodesh 340.
Yahalalu Hashem Adonai, ki nizkar shemo levado, Odo al eretz shamayim, vayarem ke'eretz yamo, tehillah lechol chasidav, v'bnei Yisrael al kerovo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yishtachavu l'Adonai behadra kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim, kol Adonai ba'koach, kol Adonai behadar, kol Adonai shober ha'razim, v'yishaber Adonai et arze halvanon, v'yakidem kemo egel Levanon v'Sirion kemo v'nremim, kol Adonai chotev l'hapotesh, kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, kol Adonai yachol el ayalot, v'yachasof ye'arot v'hechalo kulo, omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, v'yeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo hashalom. Et chayim lamachziki ba, v'toreach me'ushar, terachecha, darchei noam, v'chol netivotecha, shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, Kadesh, Kadesh Yameinu, Kadesh Yameinu, Keketem.
Folks, why don't we all be seated? I want to take just a few moments to chat a little bit. First of all, thank you all for being here this morning. Great to be together. Great to see you all. And I say thank you, I think. Thank you, I think. And I'll explain what I mean by that. I'm truly not sure we ought to be here today. I'm not sure that we ought to be here today. I asked a few people last night, how many do we think that we'll have tomorrow morning? Because last night we had 9 in the sanctuary, and Mark, God bless him, is sitting in the recording booth and is sending this out by live stream. So to everybody who is watching us by live stream, thank you. And I have to comment and applaud your wisdom in being safe and yet being part of our service this morning. One of the things that people said was, well, we know that we have 5 Torah readers, so we can count on them. So thank you for our Torah readers this morning. I'm not sure how fair it is in the coming weeks to be asking people to read Torah, because that makes them obligated to be here. And I'm not totally sure that we ought to be here. I heard one immunologist say yesterday that the only way that we can act right now is that we have to assume that everyone that we come in contact with is a carrier. And, that means, and you ought to assume that I'm a carrier. And that means that we look at each other and we say, I gotta stay away from you because I could be infected because of you. Now, probably the reality is today, none of us are carriers. And I hope that is the case a month and 2 months from now. But given the numbers that are projected, sadly, that may well not be the case. They are talking in the multi-millions millions, millions. I had read the number 40 to 60 million, and someone said, no, that can't be right. And then I saw on the front page of the Times yesterday that it was even higher than 40 to 60 million. So I can't help but say that I have my own trepidation about this. And, none of us here, as far as I can tell, unless you're hiding something, is between 20 and 35. So, Alan, well, you mentally, well, good. So, we have to be especially careful. And, one of the things that I am concerned about, I don't know how we'll handle this. We got a notice from the Board of Rabbis that we ought to be conscious about how to advise people is walking into a house, a house of typical size that we live in, where there's 35, 40 people congregated and everybody's shoulder to shoulder, and I've started walking around with my hands in my pockets so people will get the idea that I'm not shaking, but if you're within a diameter of, I don't know, a few feet and there's 7, 8, 10 people within the diameter, how safe can you be? So, I have to admit that when we've had, this kind of virus and when we've had kind of like scares in the past, I was pretty cavalier about it. And I was wrong because I thought, you know what, I'll shake people's hands and then I'll come up and I'll put some Purell on and I'm good, I'm safe to go. But the reality is, if I were carrying something, or even not, and I shook hands with someone on the second row, how many other people are now getting that because I shook their hands? And so you're here, you're physically here. I'd be interested in hearing from you, how it kind of feels. If you want to, and I don't say this so that anybody will give a long speech, but if you want to come up and speak into the microphone, because otherwise those who are with us by live stream won't have any idea what you're saying. Salen, if you might want to just come up and if somebody wants to say something and doesn't want to come up to the bima, just be brief and I'll repeat what you said. Go on, Alan.
In my personal life, in my career, I've spent 40 years in healthcare. A great many of those years were in areas of high disease or injury in ICUs, CCUs, and so on. I also spent 11 years in the area of sepsis, and I know how easily that can be spread. I think that what we're going through right now is unprecedented, and I believe that if people start talking about the swine flu or H1N1, which was a different form, swine flu was so long ago, yes, we have a number of new medical innovations. But my feeling is that we don't want to throw caution to the wind. And as much as I love seeing you all, and the rabbi knows I do love seeing him often, and the candor, and many of you have seen me also, I think for the situation that we have at hand, that we definitely need to reduce and eliminate contact. And a great example is what happened with a congregant who was at her tennis club. And even gyms are closing down because not everybody cleans the equipment. And even the slightest contact could cause us to get the infection. And yes, we're at an age group that the effect would be more severe than some of the younger people. So I would suggest, my feeling is that we don't have the services with the congregation. If we can do something on a live stream in some capacity, that would be better, because my strongest feeling is we don't have a lot of the answers. We have too many questions to just carry on as usual. And that's exactly how I feel. And we have a lot to learn. And this is only the beginning. This is the middle, and it's certainly not the end.
Okay.
Rabbi, I'm ex-military, and having done KP, I always feel like I'm inured to germs, and if I'm going to get sick, hey, that's okay, because then I'll get some new immunities, and if it doesn't kill me, it makes me stronger. But now I have a responsibility for someone in my family who has a compromised immune system. It's not majorly compromised, but still, it could be a devastating problem. So I have to act not for me, but for the responsibilities I have to my family and my friends. So that is a major consideration that I have to take into account.
Right. And when I say Torah readers, I mean, I include our Gabayim in that because, you might have said, you know what, Eileen, let's stay home this morning but I'm sure you feel an obligation to be here, and you shouldn't have an obligation to be here. You shouldn't have an obligation to be here. Michael, was your hand up? Go on, David, and then I see a few other hands that are up.
I guess I want to speak to the other side of things, that there is a reason that we come to synagogue, there is a reason we're part of a community, there is a reason that we have social activities, and it helps us psychologically, it helps us physically probably, it helps our immune systems to exercise, and it helps us, our spirituality helps our physiology. So I think it's very isolating certainly to be quarantined, but even to be living with our social boundaries. My 92-year-old father is recently widowed. He goes to minyan every morning at his synagogue, but the synagogue is now closed until the end of March. He went to a senior lunch twice a week, and developed friendships with the people who go, and that's suspended indefinitely. He's afraid to go out into the community for various things because he watches CNN all day. So I think that it is a serious situation, and the situation in Italy is very serious. I think the World Health Organization has some good ideas which we're not always following. I think we need to step up getting test kits together and developing antivirals that will be effective. But Doylestown Hospital had a teleconference on Thursday night, and they are still recommending that people come for elective procedures, elective surgery, and so on. They are saying that doctors should still keep their offices open even if they're not taking care of seriously ill conditions. So I would be in favor of the synagogue remaining open, us having reasonable precautions, but we're talking about a condition that 98% of people survive it when they get it. So it is not the plague.
I admit that I am totally confused about this. I got a phone call from my daughter in Baltimore yesterday afternoon, and her small Orthodox shul is closed because they are in a house and they have a lot of kids running around and it's close quarters. And I said, well, we're going to be open with reasonable precautions. And it seems reasonably safe here. I came this morning because I knew we were live streaming and it felt that maybe we should have some people here for the streaming. I've been thinking about it, and as I say, I don't know the real answer, but I think maybe a closed circuit modified service with more attention on the teaching aspects might be the way to go until we know more about what is going on. As I say, it's a difficult situation, and I wish I had a clear answer, a strong answer. I feel very torn by it.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm not a member of this synagogue. However, the synagogue that I am a member of, that I recently joined, is actually closed today. And I came to the synagogue today to honor my daughter's birthday, which is in fact today. And I wanted to have an aliyah to commemorate her birthday. She lives in California and happened to tell me she's actually in Hawaii for her birthday. In any event,
Stand a few inches
sorry.
back from the phone, from the microphone. Yeah.
In any event, I have some serious thoughts on the matter, and then I have one, if I have time, that's amusing I'd like to share. I heard this morning that the statistic of the number of people in China who actually died from coronavirus, of a country that has almost 2 billion people, the most heavily populated country on the planet, was 0.006. That happens to be almost identical to the odds of winning the jackpot of the Powerball lottery, which is 1 in 3 trillion. If I'm not mistaken, trillion has 12 zeros on the end. That doesn't mean someone doesn't win the lottery on occasion. You know, we're exposed to germs all the time. When the CDC puts together the flu shot for the upcoming year, very often the flu shot is for the wrong strain. A different strain of flu shows up. So all of us who feel protected are not.
Let's get to the bottom line. What is your feeling?
My feeling is I'm a cancer survivor. I've survived other near-death experiences, and I'm not afraid of catching a cold or a flu. I have Tylenol in my cabinet, and I have lots of water and tea. But the thing that makes the most difference in my world for protection and for treatment, and this is my amusing comment, would be what my grandmother, on all sides, I had 3 grandmothers, and my mother made. Good, hearty, homemade chicken soup.
Okay, thank you. Maybe 1 or 2 more if there is. If not, we'll call it a day. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, whatever we're thinking today could change by 5 o'clock this afternoon and can change by 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. I heard of a synagogue that closed for Purim because they were cleaning down the school building or something, which I thought was the most ludicrous thing to do. Why close on Purim of all days? But if Purim were this Monday night, Kenner, I'm not sure we would do this Monday night what we did last Monday night. Things are changing on a daily basis. And I think that the fact that there were 10 of us here last night, including God bless Mark, you know, people have voted with their legs. And Michael, God bless you for saying, knowing that it's going to be live streamed, I felt an obligation to be here so that there would be a congregation for it to be live streamed. Because one of the things that I mentioned to the cantor the other day is I could not imagine us having a kind of like a service up here, the 2 of us, with no one out there to be a community with. It just wouldn't make any sense. And you know, it's like, so, you know, I think that things are going to continue to change. And, you know, I think the countries that have been most successful at this have been places like Singapore and I think maybe Taiwan. What, Alan? And they maintained a total shutdown of society. And that's what Italy is now doing. The death toll rate in Italy has been very significant, and you know, they've made it clear. I heard somebody on NPR yesterday. You actually cannot leave your house or your apartment. You can only go one of 2 places. if you go, and that is to the supermarket or to the pharmacy. And even then, you have to have a certain, I mean, it's scary. It almost sounds like totalitarianism, but if it is temporary to save lives, and Israel has been quicker to respond to this than we have here, that I think you can't have a gathering of more than 100 people now in Israel, and anyone who's coming from overseas to Israel has to be quarantined for 2 weeks. Well, if you're only going for 10 days, that's hard to do. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I appreciate everything that's said. There's always two sides to a story, and we'll have to stay tuned and see where we go with this. There's always the question. What would God tell us to do? What would God tell us to do? And there's the concept that you give up one Shabbat so that you can observe many more Shabbatot after that. And for the sake of pikuach nefesh, for the sake of saving life, dochet HaShabbat, that pushes Shabbat away, that saving life is more important. So I think we'll stay tuned to the experts. That's the best we have. And thankfully, there seems to be men and women who are taking the lead on this, as well as governors and mayors, local officials. Senate or the House passed early this morning a major bill, which I think will go a long way to helping the situation. Hopefully, the Senate will pass it as well. And we'll take it day by day. Great. Thanks to everybody who participated. But you know what? One thing is for sure, that whether we're here or at home or wherever we are, Shabbat is not a day for sadness and gloominess. It's a day for joy and happiness, celebration. So how about if we turn together to Yismechu b'malchutcha? I think we're on page 362, though I may be far off.
You are right on, Rabbi.
There you go.
Yismechu b'malchutcha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malchutcha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mekadesh shvi Shabbat, kulam yisbe'u v'yitanegu mituvecha, yismechu b'malchutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malchutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. V'hashri ratzita bo b'kidasho Shabbat, chemdat yamim, oto karat Shabbat. Yismechu b'malchutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malchutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Zecher למעשה בראשית שבת, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת.
Ein Keloheinu, 400.
Ein Keloheinu, ein Kadonenu, ein Kemalkeinu, ein Kemoshienu, non como nuestro Dios, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro Rey, non como nuestro Salvador. Mi Eloheinu, mi Adonenu, mi Malkeinu, mi Moshienu, non como nuestro Dios, no como nuestro Señor, no como nuestro Rey, no como nuestro Salvador, no del Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu, no como nuestro Dios, no como nuestro Señor, no como nuestro Rey, no como nuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, no como nuestro Dios, no como nuestro Señor, no como nuestro Rey, no como nuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, no como nuestro Dios, no como nuestro Señor, no como nuestro Rey, no como nuestro Salvador. Atahu shehiktiru avotenu lefanecha eketoret hasamim. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Aleinu לשבח לדוד הכל, לתת גדולה לייצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמנו פנינו להם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהונות השמיים ויוסר הארץ ומשה יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו וגובל מרומים הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו ומלכנו אפס תלתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום בהשבות האלה בפיך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת עינינו. כן, את הברכה. כי המלכות של ההיא עולמיה תמלוך בכבוד, כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו אחד, ושמו
We recall the lives and loving memories of our dear senior Gabbai, Max Adelsberg, Hirsch and Drusier, Harry Band, Bernard Brownstein, Herman J. Chasen, Raymond Cohen, Clara Dorman, Sarah Lamb Dratch, Loretta Lolly Ellis, Ronald S. Fetter, Sidney Fell, Jerome Friedman, Esther Gold, Ruth Greenberg, Janie Jaffe, Dina Rosa Kaprowski, Gilbert Kamenier, Samuel Katz, Fredla Kyman, Pearl Lerner, Gladys Claire Mashman, Harriet Miller, Marilyn Miller, Maurice Middleman, Shirley Podab, Shirley Rafalowski, Susan Rosenberg, Frida Rubin, Sheila Seidel, Harold Siegel, Louis Stabler, Harris Treeman, Shirley Wagner, Elsie Weiss, Mayor Wood, Florence Zatkoff, and Betty Zeitzer. And those who were yet within the days of Shloshim since their recent passing, Morris Lader, Rachel Goldstein, Barry Pogach, Nancy Bloom, and Howard Apt. Each of their memories be and continue to be cherished for a blessing. We'll find Kaddish Yatom on 408 if all those reciting Kaddish would rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me'raba.
Amen.
V'olma divra chivotei v'yamlech malchutei. B'chayechom v'yomechom u'b'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru amen.
Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei amaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitrasei. V'yitadar v'yitoled v'yitalal Shmei Kucha B'rechu Le'ela Mikol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran B'olma V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Yehi Shlama Rabba Mishmaya V'chayim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom V'imraba Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Dana?
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming today. I appreciate all your thoughts, and Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's watching us. I don't have the right answers for this. I'm flip-flopping what the right thing is. I don't know. For a minute, I'm thinking, no, I shouldn't come. My daughter, I have to tell you, was so angry at me for coming to services, and I told her that we need a minyan. We need people here, and I wanted to make sure that I was here for everybody. And like I said, I don't have the right answer, but please understand, we have a task force at OHEB that we formed. We had a meeting on Thursday morning to discuss all the protocol. Barbara Glickman already had school procedures set up, for virtual. This was even before we closed the school. And as quick as we had these rules, by the afternoon, things had changed and all the schools were closing their Hebrew schools, so it changed that quickly. So, I don't want to jeopardize anybody in my family. I don't want to jeopardize anybody in the congregation family. So we're just going to keep you posted and let you know, because we want your safety is our primary concern. So I'm going to have to say stay tuned, because things changing, as Rabbi said, they're changing by the minute. But your safety is our primary concern, and everything else will somehow work its way out like that. I just want to announce one thing. As you can tell, most of our events have either been canceled or postponed. And I mentioned last night, we are still hopefully on May 3rd, maybe this will be all better, our Capitol Steps, which is something that is hysterical. They're funny, and I think by that time we're all going to need something to laugh about and enjoy and have a good evening. So as it stands right now, we're still on for it. Please, still consider coming out for it, and we will keep you posted on everything that we're doing. Shabbat Shalom. Stay safe and stay healthy.
So I actually wanted to add one other announcement. I'm sure most of you have known, and because of all these cancellations and everything, one thing is the Sing Hallelujah at the Kimmel Center is now canceled. Well, I should say postponed. We have a date in November. So if you have your tickets, I don't know specifically what they're going to do, but I would imagine they will honor, if you bought your ticket, that you can keep it for the November date. So keep on the lookout for Kimmel Center's website for any details on that. I also have been giving a little bit of thought to all of this. Me as a pregnant woman, me as a congregational leader, and then just as a human being on this planet. And so with all the conflicting information and trying to be more mindful of what the medical community has to say and share with all of us, we only hope for one day at a time. And so something that I would like to do for my community here at OHEV and for anybody else out there is when Shabbos is over tonight, I will be doing a Facebook Live Havdalah ceremony in my home as a way to think about what our week will bring, whether that's a little more comfort with some better news, a little more education with what's being put out there, just to offer just a little bit of elements of comfort for all of you and for myself as well. So if we're not Facebook friends, come find me. But if we are, I can't remember what time Shabbos is over, but if you see the sun going down, it'll probably be around that time. So I will be doing a Havdalah ceremony of sorts on Facebook Live. So I hope you'll tune in.
That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. I'm going to hopefully catch it at the right time, so I'd like to tune in as well. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, if you love Oreo cookies pre-wrapped,
I know
the Kiddush is especially made for you today. Never touched by human hands until your own. Adon Olam 412.
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yatzer nivra le'ed nasa v'chafso kol azay melech shemo nikra azay melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kiklot hakol levado imloch noma v'hu haya v'hu oved v'hu חבלי ויצרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא מנת כוסי ביום אקרא בידו אחיד רוחי ויעץ ישן ויעירה ועם רוחי יביעתי אדוני ולא יירא אדוני ולא יירא ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינחש שבת וינחש שבת וינחש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשנו וספרי חבריי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. Chaim.
L'chaim.
Thank you for the grape juice, Jan. I was like, oh, I'm going Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Mevorach. Good Shabbos,
Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat
Take care of
Shalom.
yourselves.
David.